We live in a world where for centuries the evolution of beauty standards is unending, especially in a world where we have a Kim K, a Kylie Jenner, and social media. So in today's video, we're not just going to be talking about beauty standards, but how to break out of it. But before we get into how to break out of it, we're going to talk about the different beauty standards that we have in today's world. Hello everyone, it's the girl Yesha IK. If you're seeing me for the first time, welcome. If you're not seeing me for the first time, you're still welcome, and I hope you're having a good day. In the beginning, we're going to start with um how this whole beauty standard thing, or the first time there was even a beauty standard in the first place, and which was in the 1700s, which was literally pushed by a painter called Peter Paul Rubens. It had to do with his drawing, how he decided to draw his should I say, I don't know how to say, cartoons, or people that love arts, how they draw their whatever that they draw there, right? And to the extent that there's actually a style of art, descriptive writing, and fashion named after him. I think it's called Rubens Sing Trick. I'm going to put it on the screen because I really don't know how to pronounce it perfectly. I'm going to learn how to do it, but like that's the name of the thing. But yeah, that was when the whole beauty standards being started, like it started being pushed out, and it was more of a fuller body, a curvier body kind of thing. And then in the 1900s, guess what? We had another that beauty standard that came on the scene, which was now the skinnier the better. Yeah, the skinnier the better. And people like I think this model called Twiggy actually, brought this to life. Yeah, I'm not blaming anyone. I'm just saying, like, these were the face of the beauty standard at the time, because these are the people that put it in front of us to look at the time. Although I was not born that time, well, yeah, these were the people that were being put in front of us. And the skinnier the better literally actually started in the beginning, like I said, in the 1900s, and started to have a peak in the 1920s. But mind you, guys, mind you, in the 1940s down to the 1950s, there was a shift, and that was when there was a little move into the curvier, a little like the curvier body type again, but specifically it's like slender curves. And this was literally being this came into being with the actress that is called, I think, Marilyn Monroe, the hourglass figure. Just within these two time frames, within the 1940s and the 1950s, this whole narrative of the slender curves, being the better looking kind of body type, and hourglass body type, it was there. But then when we now leave the 1950s and we now move into the 1960s and the 1970s, the skinner the better came back again. And this was when the model called Kate Moss was literally put on magazines all over, and the narrative of the smoky kind of eye, heroine chick kind of look came into being, like, as though your eyes, their eye bags and everything, your like overdose of drugs or abuse of drugs, that kind of look was what was being pushed out at the beauty standard. Imagine that. And I mean, even though, like, there were people that pushed back on it, like down to the president of the United States at the time, which was Bill Clinton, who literally said, and I quote, "Not beautiful and ugly." That's literally what he called it. But still, media doing their job very well, they still kept on pushing this narrative, or this beauty standards, as what it should be, what women should look like, what they should strive towards to, which is crazy. But as this was going on in the 1960s, the 1970s, and then we now go into the, what they call it now, the, I think, the 1990s. Yeah, the 1990s. That was when we now started entering, as we were entering into the 2000s. That was when the bigger the better now came on scene. And with People like Beyonce, Jennifer Lopez, and Kim Kardashian becoming global icons, it became a serious big deal. And in as much as a continent, Africa as a continent, this thing is still happening today. It's still happening today, whereby people see those that are bigger and have more bodies to be the ones that are more healthy and are wealthy and are eating well. It's still a thing here. But like, I remember when I used to be very little, and like, it's crazy that I can still remember all these things as a little girl, as I was. Whereby my mom literally told me this. Whereby when I was born, I used to be very skinny, right? And then her siblings would talk about it and mock her that why am I so skinny? That my elder sister is looking big and she's eating well than me. I look because I was looking, and when I saw my baby pictures, right? It's not as though I was no skinny skinny. I was just slim. I was literally just normal. So according to my mom, she decided to do 2 weeks prayer and fasting. And then after a while, and I started adding weight. There's this narrative that God can bless you double double. So the way I added weight was a lot. So Papa God answered her prayers. But I remember even Kai God. The crazy thing, right, is that even while this narrative was being pushed out that the bigger the better is better, I remember being bullied in school for being big. For they will call me names like Oroboki Ball, Biggie Biggie, Heavy Heavy. You don't know what I'm about to even say after now. Baby, do you want me? Which is very funny. But like, guys. It was a thing. It was a thing, right? Where and the funny thing is that some people, they deceive themselves saying, I want to be thick. Because they don't want to say bigger the better now. Some people, they say the thicker the better. Like, I want to look thick. And some of you are just unhealthy. You at this point, you have been eating anyhow. Now you are now very big. Then you have now changed your narrative for the slimmer the better to the thicker the better. And do you know why this is paining me? Or I don't know. Okay, it's not paining me actually. But like, the reason why I'm very passionate about this is because I remember how I just told you how I used to be mocked in primary school, or middle school as some people would call it, for being big. And then I went into high school and I was still being criticized and being mocked for being big. And the insane part of everything is that right now, as I speak to you, most of the people, the girls back then, my classmates and those that were in a higher class than me, that were insulting me for being big and all those stuff, and making me um not eat well and looking well. To me, I didn't look malnourished, but my grandparents, my grandmom, my dad, my mom, when they would come and see me, they'll say I look malnourished, but I didn't see it because I was blind by the beauty standards. You get what I mean? These same people now, they are way bigger than what I would have ever imagined. And now they are now doing the thicker the better. They have now changed their narrative. So I'm like, okay, okay, no problem, oh. But like, I don't know if you guys are getting the stupidity of everything. But that's by the way. Now, I just mentioned that it was in the early 20s, the early 2000s, if I'm pronouncing it correct. That's when the thicker the better or the bigger the better came on scene. With people like Beyonce, Jennifer Lopez, Kim Kardashian, and even worse when it comes to the Kardashian in 2010 downwards. That was when the Kardashian beauty standard literally became a thing, whereby the whole hourglass, the tiny waist, the bigger boobs, and the big ass, and the long nails, and the lashes, overlashing, literally now became what should be, the beauty standards for women, which actually most of those features are, to be honest, associated with African women. But that's all by the way. But like, as this whole the bigger the better or the skinnier the better is actually still unseen, we now have we now have the big boobs. If you don't have big boobs, then you don't have it good. You feel me? You have to have big boobs. And literally, the first ever boob job that ever took place actually was in the 1980s. Yeah, in 1980s, and it was, I think, a lady called Timmy Jean Lindsay. And like, I'm going to put their names, their photos on the screen so that you will see these people. And I'm not bashing anybody. We're just having a discussion, a conversation about this. Okay, so don't, please don't see me as bashing anybody. Although I'm very passionate as I'm talking right now, because this is absolute BS. But that's by the way. So this was the first lady that ever had breast implants. And the narrative is that she went to the hospital for something else, and then the doctors now um asked her whether she could volunteer to, do the surgery, and it was going to be for free. And then she had a bargain with them that, oh, if she does it for free, that they would do, I think, an ear surgery for her. And they were like, okay, cool. And then they did it for her, and that's how she now got um the first ever boob job, right? But like, this thing never really, when this one really came into, what do you call it, should I say, it started being pushed out, was in the 19 in 1989. 1989, there was this movie called Baywatch, and there was an actress called Pamela Anderson. That's her name. She had oversized implants, and when I even did the research about this whole thing, right, it was, the body suits, and if you go and check the movie, I beg, and what it was about. But like, that was the movie that was being, let's say, the movie that was popular at the time. So the whole narrative of the bigger boobs, oversized boobs, and implants was what was being pushed out. And even her co-star that was with her also had the pressure of doing a boob job, but thankfully she didn't. But yeah, that was when it became a thing. And social media being social media, the magazines for men, the narrative of bigger boobs is better was what was being pushed, and it's actually still being pushed even till now. But do you know the crazy thing? In as much as all this thing, in as much as the new, like, the bigger boob is better came on scene, and all these things is going on. I just spoke about what they call it now, the fuller body, the skinnier the better, the bigger the better, and now the big boobs is new good. You have to have big boobs, if not, you don't have goods, you don't have really good goods. We are now entering into the petite is now the new it girl era, interestingly. And the more natural era, with people like, Hailey Bieber on the scene, and even the Pamela Anderson lady actually took out her implants. Oh yes, she took it. I'll put a photo on the screen of the before and after. She actually took out those implants, because I mean, after a while, I think in the 19 in 2000 and not in the 19 in 2010, which is around the same time that the Kardashian standard became a thing. That was when big boobs is the new good actually started going out of fashion. It literally fell out of fashion, and the lady had she took out her own implants. She took out her own implants. And with this, when the whole big boobs is the new good was going on in 1999 specifically, breast procedures actually increased by 500%. That is a lot. And seeing that this whole big boobs actually started before the 2000, like the early 2000, it actually kind of makes sense why in 2010, when the Kardashians were, started their whole body whatever, and now became popular, and now we're now looked as they're looked as people that have the beauty standards. It makes sense why having large breasts was part of what their standards would be like, because I mean, they've already been influenced by the big boobs is the new good. They've already been influenced by it. But now I'm in the 2010, because I mean the lady, she has uh a slender down and a bigger up. She took out her implants in 2010. I'm not. I doubt she had any other surgery from that. I did not see any research of her of her having any further surgery from that. But like, I don't know if you're getting me now. With all these things going on, now we're in the era of the Petite is the new it girl, or the new it, not new it girl, is a new it, or either anyone you want to call it, right? Whereby now it's this one, it is true Ozempic, whereby it's happening. And Ozempic is naturally used for people that have diabetes. But now celebrities are now using it to, get slimmer faster. And Kai, 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 God. And with all these things, right? Even the petite is the new it. It's not just it's not just you being slim. Now you have to be slim, and then you have to have a slender curve, a small waist. You have to look, very young. And we have not even spoken about Botox or nose jobs, or what they call it, is it eye something, eye there's a eye surgery that is actually the most popular surgery that happens in South Korea. Yes, like up to 46% of female college students in South Korea, they have done surgery for their eye, for it to look bigger, so that they will look innocent or whatever. But that is the standard over there. Ah, see, the only way for us to deal with this thing, for you to break out of all this nonsense, is for you to become the standard. Become your own beauty standard. Yeah, become your own beauty standard. And the mad thing about everything, the insane thing about everything, is the fact that beauty is actually quite subjective. This is what so many people don't know. Beauty is actually quite subjective. Like now, you can show me a picture of a girl, and show me, and let's say if someone is beside me, and to me, the girl is could not be that pretty to me, but to the other person, that person is gorgeous. I mean, everyone is beautiful, but let's just be honest, beauty is actually really in the eyes of the beholder. Me as I am, somebody has told me that I'm ugly before, and I couldn't even believe it. Me, like, I went home, I looked at myself in the mirror, I was like, maybe the person has eye problem, because that has to be the only sincere reason. It's me, it's me. Yes, it's me. I know I'm a fine girl, but beauty is actually quite subjective. And I mean, well, for some people, yeah, beauty is still, it's quite subjective. It is for some people. What I say, for some people, beauty is quite subjective, really. And yeah, in as much as some people, when you see them, this one is fine, this one is fine. But at the end of the day, there's some people that, like, that's not what, to them, that's no, they're not attracted to that. That's not what is fine. Like, you can see someone that's, yeah, she's fine, but like, she's not, the way you call someone else fine, like, this person is fine, this person is gorgeous, this one is beautiful. You could see another person that is still good looking and is still fine, it's not ugly, but to you, the person is not as gorgeous as the other person. So at the ending of the day, beauty is actually quite subjective. I know I'm saying quite. It's still quite subjective. So my dear, you just have to be your own standard. Be your own beauty standard. And in as much as some people say looks don't matter, looks do matter in this world, right? Looks matter. Let me just put that one. Write it down somewhere. Looks actually do matter. Like, there are jobs you won't get. There are interviews that from the minute you enter inside, they'll just say this one, we're not employing you just with the way that you look. So looks actually do matter. Just write that down somewhere. But what I'm trying to say is that just stop following the cycle of beauty standards, because it's never going to stop. It's never ever going to stop. Like, hey, I remember when this whole Ozempic thing even started, and then oh my god, when I saw the new, what they call it, the new way that people that actually kind of liked Ariana Grande started looking. That was the one that just threw me off. Me, I'm not even going to lie. That was the one that threw me off. I'm like, you're already looking okay and fine. Okay, yes, they were saying that she was blackfishing, tanning her body to look is he Latina or look black or whatever, which is actually none of my business because me, I really don't care. But like your cheekbone, you're looking as though you're about to die. And I mean, she did say that is the healthiest she has ever felt before. Okay, no problem. Glory to God for you. But like, no, stop following these people. Your own standard for you: go to the gym, eat good food, pray, learn, do, like, go take a walk, find what is your body type, dress according to your body type, and feel good about yourself. If you like makeup, go and learn how to do makeup. No wahala. If you're a natural girl like me, like you don't, we're not really into all makeup and everything. Do your thing, but be your own beauty standard. Stop following all these people, because the beauty standards is always going to change. It's always going to evolve. As we were going through the different beauty standards, you literally heard me say that in the middle of when the skinnier the better was reigning, which was from the 1900s to the 1920s. In the middle of the 1900s, from the 1940s to the 1950s, there was literally a shift of slender curves being what is preferable. And then in the 1960s, they now went back again to the skinnier the better. So it's never going to stop. It's never ever going to stop. And even before this whole Ozempic and looking slim and looking petite was the thing, the fuller the better was the thing. People like when we, and the whole waist whatever. And let's not even go into BBL, because I actually wanted to talk about it, but I'm like, the way things are going and some things I'm seeing, I'm just going to do a different whole video about it. That's literally just what I'm going to do. I'm just going to do a different video about it altogether, because the matter plenty. The matter is really a lot. To be very honest with you guys, it's really a lot. But my dear, just be your own standard. Become the standard. Become your standard. That is why, if you look at my YouTube banner, what I wrote there is a brand of her own. Is me. I am my own standard. Me. My uniqueness, everything. I'm not looking at anybody. I don't want to be like anybody. I don't want to look like anybody. I want to be the best version of myself that God has destined me to be. Physically wise, spiritual wise, financially, everything. I'm not looking at anybody, because all these things are vanity. People are even looking at vanity upon vanity. Am I shouting? I don't know if I'm shouting. Sorry if I'm shouting. But I'm upset with what is going on. But like, really, guys, just be your own standard. Like I said, go to the gym, eat good food, exercise. Because when you feel good, when you look good, you feel good. And I mean, do it the natural way. Don't allow yourself to be pressured, because it's social media. Oh. The whole world is not on social media. The whole world is not even social media. You'll be surprised the amount of people that are not on social media, that they have different views, normal, like sensible views. You'll be surprised. On social media, you go there and what you're being pushed is, oh, you have to have a big butt to be accepted, blah blah blah. But yet there are people that have different body shapes. They are being married, like they are gorgeous, but they just don't do BBL and all those stuff. They are natural, and there are people that are actually marrying them and love them the way that they are. So you are the one that's allowing yourself to get pressured by all this nonsense. If you need to go off all social media platforms, go off. There have been so many times. In fact, there was a time in my life when I went off all social media. I deleted my account, everything. And even now that I'm okay, I'm back on social media and I'm doing what I'm doing. There's sometimes I literally delete Instagram from my phone. Like I uninstall it when I see that, oh, I'm going into Instagram too often. I'm looking at people's life too often. I'm like, okay, wait. And that's why you have to watch yourself. That's what I say, watch and pray. Watch yourself, be watchful. And I'm like, wait. Why is that every day and I'm going on Instagram too much? And I'm not even doing anything. I'm uninstalling this app. And I do it. I leave. So see. No. Not in 2026, I beg. Not in 2026. It's not going to happen in 2026. We have come a long way. And in as much as even in places like in India, where they have this whole stupid beauty standard of the fairer the better. I don't know why I'm naming all these things like this. There's I think there's a new campaign or whatever called Dark is Beautiful, which is actually pushing back on it, and they're actually doing a good job. But regardless, be your own kind of beautiful. Be your own kind of beautiful. Stop looking at all these celebrities that will keep on doing surgery upon surgery and then come to your face and lie to you. Who are you lying to? If I was 2 years old, I would understand. But bro, okay, I've said a lot in this video. But guys, be your own kind of beautiful. That is one thing you should take out of this video. Be your own kind of beautiful. Be the standard, your own standard. Be the brand. Stop looking at somewhere else. Be the brand. Be the standard. Be your own kind of beautiful. That's the way you survive. For real. And physical beauty is not everything. What of your inner capabilities, your creativity, your creative side, your skills, the things that you can do, your mind? What about that? They don't matter? They don't matter to you? What about that? And there will always be a part of the world where you go to and they will say, oh, you are ugly. And then you go to another part of the world and they will say, oh, you are beautiful. So why will you now hang on to external validation? Why will you now hang on to human beings that will always keep on changing their minds? Every single time, they'll keep on changing their minds. Why do that to yourself? Honestly, why do that to yourself? So I know this video is longer than what I honestly planned for it to be. But look, girl, you are way better than all this BS. Okay, so yeah. Become your own beauty standard. Become your own type of beautiful. Don't listen to all these people. Stop allowing peer pressure. If you are surrounded by people that are doing BBS and are pressurizing you, or even if it's someone that you love, someone that's your boyfriend, break up with him and go away. Yes, you heard me. Break up with him and go away. Those friends, stop being friends with them. Go and find new friends that have sense. Because some of you is peer pressure. You're surrounded by the wrong people. And bad communication will always corrupt good manners. There's nothing you can do about that. The Bible has said it, and the Bible is truth. Everything that is in the Bible is the truth. So just do better, guys. Do better. Okay, become your own beautiful. I've said this like how many times now? You must have said in your head by now. Become your own kind of beautiful and just let's leave all these so-called celebrities and whatever that want to do whatever they want because they have the money to do all the surgery and whatever and to get the best doctors and whatever. And regardless of that, there will always be side effects. Yes, to come, they'll be looking as though they'll be looking like something else, like Madonna, with how she's looking now and all the surgery and Botox and everything that she has done. Please, please save yourself from all the regrets that you have years after. Save yourself from it. And like I said, I'm going to do a video BBO because it's about time. Okay, it's about time because you can go your glutes in the gym, or if it's not in your gym at all, just rest. Just rest. So that's it for today's video. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I hope you guys learned something in this video. And if you got to this part of the video, please do like, subscribe, comment your thoughts on this topic, please, because I can't be the only one that's obsessed with all this BS. Comment your thoughts on this topic, and I'll see you in my next video. Okay, bye.